Dustin with the Onewind Wilderness channel. Just got out here to a little camp, as you probably saw in the intro. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the intro, but I wanted to get a few shots before I got out here because I knew I was going to be getting out here like right at sunset. So I'm just out here. I got a fire established using Yuko stormproof match, and on top of that I threw on just a little ball of cotton with petroleum jelly, and just got the fire going real quick. Really, I mean, I'm sitting here just burning up right now. I don't really need it for the heat. I just wanted to have some light and make it a little bit more comfortable around camp. I have my camp established just to the right of here, and it's pretty simple setup, really lightweight, using my Fjallraven Steuben pack. And I'm out here for this trip testing out a Onewind Bivy tent, which I'll be going over a little bit probably in the morning. I wanted to do a little bit of hiking around, and it's still really hot in my area. A lot of bugs. I actually just got back yesterday from a family camp with my family and my church, and so this was kind of last minute. It's a Sunday night right now. I just got off right after church. I went out to eat with my family, took them back home, and then I shot out here. I'm at an area about 45 minutes to an hour away from my house. I've been out here quite a bit. I have never actually stayed right here at this campsite though. I've camped all along this trail that runs. There's a big loop trail that runs through here, and I have stayed plenty of times on this trail. But yeah, I just wanted to get a fire going, just kind of chill here. Seems like it's been non-stop over the last couple months. I've been doing a lot of traveling for work. I actually just recently got home a few days ago from Southern California, and haven't really had time to do much. And honestly, as I've stated in other videos, hot weather, summer months are my least favorite time to camp. So haven't really been missing it all that much, to be honest with you. I love getting out. We did have a great time at family camp, and actually it was my little man's first camping trip that he's ever been on. He did great. The weather was great. We were at a campsite as well, so I think a couple people got a few ticks on them, but nothing too crazy. So right now, I think I'm just going to hang out by the fire just for a little while and roast myself, I guess. I'll probably hop over there in the tent here in a little bit and call my wife and probably just hang out, maybe watch a video or something, get some sleep, and I will be back with you guys in the morning to kind of give you my thoughts, kind of a first look sort of thing at this Onewind Bivy tent. So anyway, good night. Catch you guys in the morning.
Morning, everybody. Just got going for the day. Slept really comfortably last night in this Onewind Bivy tent. I'll be giving you guys a closer look at this here in a little bit, but yeah, it was a pretty simple setup. I woke up kind of maybe a couple times throughout the night. I was even dreaming, so I was sleeping pretty heavy. I just got up this morning and went over to the water spout over here and filled up my Grail, which I was drinking a little bit out of last night, and I filled up this stainless steel cup, Pathfinder cup that goes over the Grail, the nesting cup for it. I have not used this yet. This is the first time I'm getting to use this, but just made up some coffee and some oatmeal, which is even a little bit runny for my liking. My wife gives me a hard time sometimes because I like my oatmeal a little runny. But this had a little bit too much water in it, but it'll still be all right. May need to let that sit for a little bit still. It's still really hot. But to be honest with you, I really don't even know what the plan is for today. I'm gonna just relax and eat some of this breakfast, drink this coffee. I may or may not do some hiking around. I'm not positive yet because it's still been really hot lately. I got washed up this morning. I feel way better. Last night I was even sweating a little bit. Got down to about 63, but that wasn't until early this morning, when I actually had to pull this blanket over the top of me. And that's one of my least favorite things, is being like sticky and sweaty when I'm trying to sleep. But got a pretty decent night's sleep. I woke up about 7:15 or so. It's about 8:30 right now. But yeah, just gonna kind of take it easy today. I don't work today, so I have all day pretty much to mess around, hike around, do whatever I feel like doing. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna give you guys a quick look around. Let me go ahead and get my hat off here so you can see what's going on here. So on the sides here, I'll give you a quick shot from the front. As you probably saw, this side over here, which is where your head would be, is a lot taller than this side down here. It kind of comes down at an angle, which would be really cool. I'd be interested to see. Obviously, when I was out here, it didn't rain at all, but to see if the water would kind of pool down here and you can collect it, maybe in your canteen or something like that. You could definitely do that. You could set the porch up in such a way that you could collect water. But so it's a little taller over here. All right, guys, so as you can see in here, I am sitting completely up on the head end, which is the taller end. And I can sit up. Your head's touching a little bit. Well, my head is not actually touching the top. This kind of, the sides here, the bug net and that, my head is touching just a little bit. But when I lay down, I have plenty of room. Last night I stored my shoes and that down at I still have some room up here in the front. On that end, I stored my shoes. So you have plenty of storage kind of all around you, on either side. I have my food and my Grail and stuff over here. So there is plenty of room in here. And right now it's kind of heating up a little bit, but there's still some plenty of ventilation in here. So you can get a good night's sleep in here and you're not going to be cramped. When you're laying down, you're not touching either side of this. And so I hope that kind of gives you an idea of the size. And again, I am 5'8", so I'm not super tall, but you could fit in here being 6 foot still with no issue at all. So as for the size of the tent on the inside, as I stated before, it kind of tapers down on the foot side, which is going to be 31.5 inches on that end. On the head end, you're looking at 39.4 inches, and the length of the tent is going to be 82.7 inches. Everything together inside of the stuffed sack is going to be 13.8 inches tall.
Around here on the back side of the tent, you have one tie out on this end, another tie out on that end down there, which allows you to run a guy line to a tent stake on either side to add more ventilation from the back here. On the back side here, on the head end, you have another ventilation option, which you can either leave closed or you can open up with this pole here, which attaches to Velcro on this end, which props it open. And it has the same bug netting on this end, which you can actually unzip completely, which allows even more ventilation to come in. On the back side here on either side, you have tie outs, and attached to those tie outs are these metal rings, which make these super versatile. You can use the metal rings for trekking poles. You can cut a stick to use in those. But what I have done here is I've simply tied a running bowline onto it, and I ran a trucker's hitch around the tree here, and I did the same thing on that end. But the other thing you could also do is you could run a full ridge line across here, and you could attach all of these different tie outs to that ridge line. On all four corners of the tent, you have some shock cord attached to a tie out, which you want to run to your tent stake. There are multiple options for the porch. What I've done here is I've taken the shock cord and ran it around one side of this fork. I ran a bowline around the other side of this forked branch and just simply wrapped it around a couple times using the guy line and ran it to a tent stake. And I've done that on both sides. These could also be used with trekking poles as well, which is a great option. And these these O-rings would make that very easy to do. When you shut the porch, the overhang, or the canopy, whatever you want to call it, there are Velcro patches here, which obviously will zip down, and the Velcro will align with these Velcro strips down here, which make it very secure when it's closed. Along with the tent, in the stuff sack, you'll find this tent stake bag, and inside of that you have 10 of these red aluminum tent stakes with reflective cord attached to them, and you also receive 6 orange reflective guy lines, and these are going to be 3 different sizes. These are the large in the front here holding up the canopy. I have the medium size, and around the back holding up the ventilation in the back are the small ones. So you get 2 large, 2 medium, and 2 small. Let's see, what was I going to go over? Okay, the material, the construction of the tent itself. The sides and the whole body of the tent is a 1.1 ounce ripstop sill nylon. The floor, though, is a 40D ripstop nylon. So the floor is a lot more durable than the body of the tent. But this sill nylon makes this tent really lightweight. I believe the whole package is right around 2 pounds. It's a little bit under 2 pounds without the accessories. So with the accessories, you're looking at right around 2 pounds, maybe a little bit over 2 pounds. So, which is not bad at all. And being so compact, it fits no problem in any pack that you're going to be carrying. It's going to be a little bit too big, in my opinion, for a haversack or something like that. But any kind of day pack, you'll be able to stuff this in there, no problem. And so it's going to be a pretty durable material. Waterproofing, obviously, I believe it's a 4,000 millimeter coating on the bottom.
So waterproof, it's going to be durable, so you're not going to have things poking through. And yeah, I mean, it's just a great construction. I really like it. Everything that I've received from Onewind so far, and I have purchased items from Onewind, and they're all durable. They're a great price. I believe this comes in on the website right around $84, $85 at the moment. But you can use my coupon code, which I will leave right here. If you use that coupon code, you'll be able to get some off. And I will also leave a link in the description box below to this Onewind SoloVent or Ultralight Bivy tent. I will leave that in the description box below. And if you guys wanted to check it out, great. From my first impressions, this is a really great option for something more on the ultralight side that is not going to put a huge dent in your bank account. So if you feel so inclined, I'd encourage you to try it out for yourself. Now, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, guys, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at this tent. So anyway, shout out to Onewind. Thanks a lot for sending it. I'm really enjoying this, and I will be giving this a lot more miles on the trail once this heat kind of passes, and I'll be setting it up in different ways. Obviously, it's set up perfectly to use with trekking poles. You can run a whole ridge line. You don't have to put this up at all, but you can use trekking poles for the front as well, or you can use sticks like I'm using today. You can drape this over and it'd be no issue at all. If you just had 2 trekking poles, you could set this up. You have 4 tent stakes on the sides, and the only other tent stakes I have running, because I have all these things set up, are the 2 in the front and the 2 in the back. So I'm using 8 tent stakes at the moment, and I have 2 extras. So, but yeah, look for this tent to be used a lot more in the near future. And my wife is actually excited to use this. We do have some bivy tents, but they come with the poles and all of that. They're a lot heavier than this, and you don't get near as much room as you do in this thing. In fact, my daughter just slept in one on our family camp, and you can get a good night's sleep in them, but this is a lot nicer because you have a lot more room, and a lot more headroom really helps. So anyway, that is the Onewind Ultralight Bivy tent.